guys, what's up? It's me, Priscilla. So for today, we're going to do a fun little craft with a mason jar on today's little Saturday art video. What you probably have seen these before. They've been like done but with fairy in a jars, but I've decided to do a little twist on it and call them friends in a jar. So basically any silhouette you can find on the internet, we can make that into a fairy into a jar. And plus they make for great party favors and stuff like that, and they're just so much fun. So we're gonna build a Alice in Wonderland one today. So for materials, you're gonna need some Mod Podge, and you're gonna need a glue gun, hot glue gun with extra glue sticks, glitter color of your choice, scissors or an X-Acto knife, and some string, and of course flowers, lots of flowers of your choice. You can just go crazy with it. Whatever is your color scheme, go crazy with it. And of course you're going to need a mason jar. Now I prefer to get mason jars that have like maybe one logo on them, just because I like the smooth sides and everything, especially for you're gonna put tissue paper all over this, so it's nice to have the smooth sides. And you're going to need tissue paper, tons and tons of tissue paper, colors of your choices. Now I would advise to get light colored tissue paper, just because you'll see in a second. And this is very important, tea lights. You're gonna want the fake ones. Do not put real flamed candles inside of your mason jars, because we're gonna put glue in there and it's probably incredibly flammable. And these are super cheap. I got this package of like 6 at Michael's for $3. So they're super cheap to buy and you can get them anywhere, I'm sure. But yes, really you need to get these. A paper plate. And here's another really key ingredient, your silhouette of choice. You're gonna go onto the computer, you can Google anything and just type in silhouette. So that's what you're gonna find, but it has to be 4 by 2.5 inches, because that's the width and height of your mason jar. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and cut out my 2 silhouettes that we're doing today. So I picked out a yellow and green tissue paper and I cut them into little small squares. Next, I'm going to go ahead, take my Mod Podge and put it on my paper plate, and I'm going to start putting glue all over my mason jar. And as I'm putting glue on my mason jar, then that's when I'm going to get my tissue paper squares and I'm going to lay them on top of where I just put glue. Now here's the thing, I want you to keep in mind, do not try to overlap as much with your tissue paper. Don't, like, if you put down a yellow one, don't go over it with a second layer completely covering it up. It's okay to overlap a little, like right now you can see in the shape of a kite almost that I have like this little shape, but just be very careful. Don't overlap, because you don't want to be your tissue paper too thick to where you can't see your silhouette shadow inside the mason jar when you turn on your tea light. And next I'm going to go ahead and get another little pile of my Mod Podge glue and my glitter of choice. I'm going to go ahead and put the glue all over the lid, and then I'm going to apply the glitter to my lid. And I'm going to set it over to the side and let it dry. Alrighty, so let's grab your little silhouette characters, and I'm going to take my Mod Podge. Yes, it's going to get messy. And I'm going to put the Mod Podge on the black side of the paper. So I have Cheshire Cat right here. So I'm going to go ahead and apply Mod Podge all over him. As you can see, I am putting it only on the front of him, because when I go into the jar to put him on the side of my jar, I want to make sure the black side is on the jar. Like the white side is out in the open inside the jar, and then the black side is up against the glass, because you want the silhouette to create that shadow. So make sure you just keep that in mind. And then I'm going to go ahead, grab a little bit more Mod Podge and go into the jar and just make sure I'm going to cover the white part all over him, and just smooth that out, just so I make sure he never falls off. And this is why I say you need fake flames, because we don't know if Mod Podge is flammable. It probably is. I'm going to apply the same technique to my Alice silhouette, and I'm going to put her on the opposite side of the Cheshire Cat. So there we go. We have our two little friends on each side of the mason jar, and you can clearly see them in the daylight. That's why it's so nice to get like a lighter colored tissue paper. So it's just really nice because I can see them in the daylight, and I will be able to see them when I turn the tea light on in the dark. Next, I'm going to go ahead and grab my string. I have a various pack of strings, so I'm going to pick the strings that speaks Wonderland to me. Then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that string a good amount just to wrap around the top of the jar a few times. Now make sure you don't wrap around where the lid actually goes on, because you want to make sure you want to take your lid off and on, because your tea light's going in there and it's an on and off switch. So you want to make sure that whoever you give this party favor to, that they'll be able to turn the tea light off. So make sure you just wrap around the bottom of the lid like area, just so they can open and close the mason jar into the future. Then I'm going to take my glue gun and I'm going to make sure that that rope stays in place. Just putting a little dopplet of hot glue right there. And then I'm just going to cover up that string. Make sure it just doesn't go anywhere. Next, I'm going to take the flowers of my choice and just take them off. They're fake flowers, so I'm taking them off their fake plastic stems. And I'm going to go ahead and glue them onto my mason jar. I'm just going to arrange them to where I can hot glue them on the side. Once again, do not cover up those ridges for the lid. And just for a little fun, since it's Wonderland, I went and had this little butterfly, and I went ahead and just glued it right on underneath my flower so it's nice and pretty. Now, of course, I grabbed my little tea light and I'm going to switch it on, and I can put it inside the mason jar, and there it is, and put the top right on. Now, I did try a technique where I took my silhouette of my choice and I just put it right on the outside of the mason jar, and it seemed to work pretty well. And I mean, just don't go over it with the tissue paper as much, and it came out looking fine. It's your choice. If you put your silhouettes on the inside, it's more of a shadow and it's more like blurry, which I really, really like, because I don't know, I just like that it's like they're trapped inside the jar, and the silhouette on the outside looks just straight up like a silhouette. It's your choice, guys. Either way will work. The TARDIS was a little bit tricky, especially getting my X-Acto knife and getting those windows. Now, there is one more option other than using a tea light. Now, if you're going to give this as a gift or something, then this is really going to help. They have these little portable lights that you could probably buy from Michael's or Walmart or something like that, and oh my goodness, it looks incredible in the dark and even during the day. Especially on my Neverland one, like I can clearly see the silhouettes. It's so cool. So that's an option as well. It's just a string, it's a battery pack and string of LED lights. So they're just mesmerizing. Really, really cool. And here they all are in the dark. They look so good. Now, some of them look like, this was the first one I made. It's a Neverland one, and it's Tinkerbell and Peter. And you can't really see those well, but it's really cool just because I can see the shadows like they are trapped inside the jar. So that just makes me happy. This is just really fun. There's a ton of techniques you can take on this. And if you've already seen a video like this, then I'm sorry. I just thought it was fun and I wanted to try it out myself. So I thought, why not film while I'm trying it out myself? But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Well, I hope you guys give this a try. If you give it a try, make sure you tag me on Instagram. I want to see. I love all the mason jar crafts and everything. Any doodles that you guys do of mine, or any crafts or paintings that you do of mine, make sure you tag me on Instagram. And just, I love looking at what you guys do. I just love art. So yeah, guys, I hope you have a wonderful weekend, and I will see y'all later. Bye! Hey guys, thank you so much for stopping by DramaticParrot today. Make sure you click on that subscribe button, and hey, if you like this video today, make sure you hit that like button as well. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, all the fun stuff, and like my Facebook page. And if you haven't seen it already, I have started a VloggityVlogVlog channel on WunderlandGurl, so make sure you go ahead and check that out and subscribe to that channel as well. Other than that, I will see y'all later. Bye!